just be sad like all war? Oh, well, for most people, it will be substantially worse than all other war because they don't see war. Probably the biggest Western, first world problem kind of thing is that nobody sees war anymore. No one has any idea what real violent open conflict looks like. And so it becomes idealized. It becomes this thing where, I see, like, Achilles will rise up and he will slay the enemy and blah, 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 blah. It's not going to happen.
I think the U.S. citizens have a right to do something else that we won't talk about on this show for legal reasons.
Yes. That would be making mean tweets, right? Mean tweets. That's right.
Exactly. If Sudoku is involved, if they play a game of Sudoku on other people and they destroy those people in Sudoku, completely flip them out, that can be a solution to the problem.
And he waited and waited and waited. He kept texting and trying to call his boss, but he got no answers. John's patience was really starting to run out. And it was at this point that I imagine that the spirit of our boy, Marvin Heemeyer, smiled upon him and said, "You know what must be done," as a bright ray of sunshine descended from the heavens onto an unattended digger.
600 fucking quid! All you have to do is pay me for fucking 600 quid! 600 fucking quid!
With his tool of destruction disabled, John jumped out of the digger and fled, climbing over a 10-foot wire fence to escape. But because he was taking his frustration out on a building instead of on Twitter, the cops didn't arrive.
So, Red Fox Moon, I still want to know whether Hugo is French, German or Mexican, maybe Spanish.
He's holding up a sign saying, "Say I'm a Cuban communist." It's not true, but okay.
He said he was a citizen of the world, didn't you know?
Cringe.
You know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay.
Calling for a civil war.
Yeah, absolute fucking nutjob.
So there you go, you wet lefties, you cucks, you liberal surrender monkeys.
What's Fed posting? That's relevant. I say this a lot, and I forget to define it. So Fed posting. If you are in chat saying that we should rise up and have a civil war and go hurt all the politicians, you will attract the attention of the federal government as well as Susan to kick me off YouTube. And because somehow or another I am responsible for what you guys say, at least if I don't have it modded out of chat, it has to be modded out of chat. This is why there's a spicy chat in Discord, because I don't really care if you guys say this. I just need to do enough, to keep going. Get this channel to keep going, get what we're doing to keep going, at least as long as I can. I have no illusions about Susan banning me at some point, but as long as we can, we should stay here. Don't be flagrantly stupid, considering YouTube would love to silence a conservative voice. Exactly, right? And this is the thing. I know that anytime you mod chat in any way, people get all, "Oh my god, why are you modding chat, you stupid leftist?" It's not about that. Go watch on DLive. I don't censor the DLive chat at all. Keep in mind what that will mean, right? People say offensive things in DLive chat, and I cannot read them on stream, but I address them as best I can most of the time. But understand that wherever it is that I can avoid censoring stuff, I just don't censor anything at all.
There weren't no 6,000 votes changed in a Michigan voting machine up in Wayne County. What if I make a video like that that's clearly sarcastic? Am I still gonna get banned? I guess time will tell. By the way, if YouTube wants to silence me, they're gonna have to ban me. Fuck you. I'm not gonna be silent. Fuck yourself.
I lost all of my firearms in a series of tragic boating accidents, but I will defend myself as need be. Are you a veteran? I am indeed a veteran. Some of this is covered earlier, but might as well go over it again. I spent 4 years active duty in the Marine Corps and 2 years in the California National Guard. So, yes, I have spent some time in the military. I was an artilleryman. I was not a grunt. And when I say I was an artilleryman, I did pointing of cannons, not loading of cannons. For those of you who are aware of what that means, yes, I was FDC.
If the Russians,
Yeah, but we're also
if the
still in
Russians
NATO.
invade Germany again, I mean,
Are we obliged?
are we in alliance with them? Well,
We've sided with Russia twice before.
Yeah, it's not the first time. It's like, on either side of it, and they know that that's the danger.
So Peter Hitchen actually says this: our natural ally is Moscow, not Berlin.
Yeah, I don't hate Russia at all. I don't want our country to be run like Russia.
I'd love to liberalise them, but it's Russia. It's always a...
Yeah, it's unlikely to get liberalised. But I've been saying this for ages. We should be making it profitable for them to be our friends. That's what we should be doing by trade and business and industry.
Even if you're not a Proud Boy, even if you don't agree with everything they think or do or whatever, and make no mistake, the Proud Boys don't all agree with each other. There was a time during the DC stream where there was a guy behind me yelling about how they came here to fight, and there was, the guy that was in charge of that little section of the Proud Boys went, "No, we're not here to fight. Someone take the megaphone from that freaking idiot. We're here to get in the way of Antifa and stop them from hurting other people," right? So, look, for a lot of you, you're gonna need to get used to the idea that we don't all agree on everything, and that's gonna have to be fine, because we agree on the vast majority of things, right? Let's get those done, and then we'll argue about everything else.
21 Studios, make women great again. Well, some of them already are, and it's just like some men are great, some men are mediocre. Some men are great, and some men are communists.
A carb for £5. Keep up the fight. And people shouldn't be freaking out and arguing with each other. Make no mistake, a lot of people ask me, Don, are you saying the right wing should never argue about anything ever again? The right wing argues about everything. That's how it works. Don't argue yourself into hating who you're arguing with, because, again, chances are very good that whoever you're arguing with that's on the right agrees with you about 90% of things, right? So, by all means, have a reasonable discussion about whatever you want, but don't walk away from it going, "Man, that guy that I agree with on nearly everything is such a piece of garbage because I disagree with him on whether or not pineapple goes on pizza." Though, to be fair, if you think pineapple goes on pizza, you are probably a communist. But jokes aside, look, stick together.
This does indeed make it very difficult for a layman to actually confirm anything scientifically. And it fucking should be. It's I don't know. Remember? You, much like the naive and gullible elderly relatives we're worried about, have become convinced of something that no one has any business being convinced about, because it only just mutated into existence a year ago. The largest red flag anyone could possibly show is certainty. There's nothing less scientific than certainty. The media is showing it, our clown governments are showing it, and you are showing it.